Hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. We got the data download. Um, it looks like uh, we are actually already getting another Super EZA, which is very nice, obviously. They went, I mean, how long was it? They went 4 months, and now we're getting like two within the span of, what, like 2.5 weeks? So that's very nice. Um, Another physical one though, so we're up to 3 physical, no int, and one of all the other types. Very interesting. And then we're also getting sub EZAs for this Nail and Super Saiyan Goku. So we're gonna take a look at all three of these guys. I mean, we already did the sort of breakdown, and we did some calcs for Vegeta as well. But yeah, let's jump in here. So you know, here we have the global, right? This is global Dokkan Twitter account right here. This is totally the global Dokkan Twitter account. I mean, clearly it must be since this is the only place that I can find translations. So, shout out to global Dokkan unpaid intern Minito here. Um but yeah, without further ado, I did see these. I put the like on here, and but I haven't looked yet. I did want to obviously look here. But yeah, let's just jump right in. We'll do some calcs towards the end here, and let's see what we got. Mind you, before I fully jump in, they only change what super easy is. I mean, you guys know, the sort of like passives, right? But I mean, we can check on here. Uh, Frieza actually already has a very good SA effect, especially considering he's old. He is getting 30% defense for 3 turns. So I mean, already, I would say probably you'd want to go additional on him. But I mean, we'll see what his thing looks like. If he has any additionals like built in, that's gonna be very, very good, obviously. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm pretty excited. Let's see. All right. Start a turn. He's getting key 3, 150% attack. Uh, when performing a super, he's getting 300% attack and 150% defense. No start of turn defense isn't good, obviously. Reduce damage received by 50%, and with each turn passed from the 5th turn onwards, damage reduction rate minus 10%, no more than 30%. Huh. So is that going to be 5th turn from start of battle or his 5th turn? I have to imagine it's from his 5th turn. So if you got him in like slot 7, that would actually start from the 7th turn onwards would be my guess. And since you're losing 10% per like turn, is this gonna work like? I think this would work like Bulma instead of like Golden Frieza. So I think it is actually going to be 10% loss damage reduction per turn. Instead of losing it even when the unit's not on the rotation. But I guess we'll see. Okay, he's getting oh, there we go. Deathless 150% and reduced damage received by 30% when this character is positioned first in the turn. So there he's getting his start of turn buff. This is like a first phase. 30% damage. So he's gonna be 80% damage reduction for his first like 3 turns, and then it's gonna go down over time to only 30% so far. All right, excuse me, only 50%. Attack and defense plus 50% when forming a super attack when this character is positioned second or third slot in the turn. Launch an additional super attack when HP is 50% or above when attacking. Okay. He has a guaranteed. That's what we needed. Guaranteed super. Uh, they are. I've noticed they're doing a lot of these HP sort of requirements, right? Like Vegeta and Koi both had a lot of like the HP requirement stuff. Very interesting to see they're going in that direction here a lot more. Forms a critical hit against superclass enemies and attacks effective against all types against extreme class enemies when HP is 50% or below when attacking. Key 12 attack plus 150% when facing a Pure Saiyan's category enemy. I'm not sure. I think he's really good, but I'm not sure how good. The fall off does, obviously the fall off is not good, right? Uh, but that being said, I mean, depending on what his defense is looking like, he may still even be able to slot 1. Although, if he's not a good slot 1, right? Like after the sort of damage reduction wears off, this is actually kind of bad since this is specifically gated to the first slot in the turn. I mean, this is still decent, obviously, but since it's like the same phase as up here, he's not going to get as much overall, I don't think. We'll see. Well, I mean, we'll do calcs at the end here, but I do want to look at the other units first. Let's see what we got for. I mean, I think he can be good. I do want to do the calcs though. Once again, I am new to this, but I actually did see Halvard, did his calcs right when I was like finishing up with my video or whatever yesterday, and I actually did, I did set it up correctly. My math like matched his math, so I'm pretty sure I got it down. So I mean, we'll see. But I think I should be able to do these fairly accurately. All right, let's see what we got here. Sub EZA Super Saiyan Goku. Massively raises attack for 1 turn, costs supreme damage. Key 3, 200% to stats. He's surviving KO attacks up to once per turn. Attack and defense plus 200% in attacks effective against all types for the rest of battle if HP is 59% or below when receiving an attack. Once again, HP sort of requirement here, but that should be like a 200% multiplicative. So that, I mean, obviously that's really good. Attack and defense plus 100% and launch additional super for the rest of battle and evade enemy attack, including super attacks, once only if HP is 20% or below when receiving an attack. What the hell? If HP is 20% or below at end of turn, recovers 59% HP once only. Oh, this guy's weird. His whole kit essentially is based off of receiving an attack when low on HP. Interesting. So when he's receiving an attack, when he's under 20% or below, he's automatically dodging everything. So I don't know really the best way to take advantage of that though, right? Because like if he's in the final slot, he's not likely to. I don't know. I'm very. He's interesting. I don't know. I mean, he is a sub EZA level character, but I don't know. I mean, he's getting 300% multiplicative. He has 200% start of turn stats. I don't know what his sort of baseline stats are gonna look like, but I think there might be some potential here. Although it's gonna be very weird having to play around the HP like that. I really hope Nail doesn't have like HP stuff like this too. I mean, this is just the whole team being about being above or below certain thresholds would be very annoying. Interesting though. I mean, he looks like he could be good. Nail. Let's see what we got here. Increases own attack and defense by 150%. Start a turn there. Always perform additional attacks and activate special moves with a high probability. So he's getting an additional that's has a guaranteed additional with a high chance of being a super. For the first 3 turns, attack and defense are increased by 150%. Another start a turn there. If there's another ally of the Namekian category on the team, attack and defense are increased by an additional 150%. Once again, that's a start turn. lower HP remaining, the higher the damage reduction, 30 to 77%. When a character with Piccolo in their name, excluding Demon, Boo, etc., is on the team, all allies' morale is increased by 2, and attack and defense are increased by 50%. Okay. And that's just on the team. Oh, man. If this... And, like, Tech Piccolo is still good. Okay. There's an enemy from, Is this the Wicked Bloodline? I think this is Wicked... I think this is the Frieza clan. What it's called Wicked Bloodline and Global. Or Namek Saga category. An additional special move will always be activated, and a critical hit will always be activated. Hmm. I definitely would have liked if there was some sort of, like, at least, I mean, even this would be sort of very restricted, but like, if it was maybe like an ally, who's a Namekian, at least, like, I'd rather you be able to activate it based off your characters as well, instead of only the enemy characters. I really dislike only enemy character activation stuff. Um, he is greatly raising attack and defense though, so that's gonna be what, like a 50% stack every super. He's getting guaranteed 2 supers. Hmm. He could be good. We'll see how good, but I mean, so long as you at least have like the Piccolo thing up, I think he should be pretty good. Like it, if you have a Piccolo, so it fulfills both these, he should be pretty solid. I think. We'll see though. But I mean, I think he could be good. All right. Um. So I guess we could do some calcs now. I am curious. Once again, I am sort of newer to doing these. So give me just a moment. I'm pretty sure the game is in maintenance right now. So with that being said, I I'm not going to be able to go in game to see like the stats like I was doing sort of yesterday. So I actually don't know like at Rainbow EZA what their stats are going to look like. Obviously, I'm going to need another sort of stats. So I'm going to pause here. We will be right back. I'm going to get that set up so I know all the stats, and then we'll do some calcs and see how good all this whole like batch is. All right, we're back here. I did get all these units sort of pulled up. So we're gonna do this sort of together, so we can just get a look at what this guy's gonna look like. Once again, I am sort of newer to these, so this may take a moment. But so he's starting out 12,170. So we put that in. Then for the leader skill here, I mean obviously this is multiplication, so even though it's a 400% increase, you don't put 4 because that'd be 300% increase. You're gonna put 5 to represent the 400% increase from the leader skill. Phase 1. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure his phase 1 buff is just this 150% defense. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what we got here. This would be represented by 2.5. Links. He only has big bad bosses. That gives him defense, as you can see here. So that'd be 1.25. Phase 2. He does get 150% defense when performing a super. So that would be represented by 2.5. Okay, and his super effect is 30% defense for 3 turns. He does have the guaranteed sort of super. So, I mean, this guy, of course, it is HP gated, but I mean, let's say you get it, right? Let's say you have like a hidden potential, build. So you could get this up to each one of these is going to be represented by 0.3, right? At max, Here, how about we do it like this? Okay, let's say you only get 2 supers. We'll start off with like 2 supers here. And that would be represented by 1.6. Okay, so his sort of first turn, well, I guess before attacking, right? Before attacking, he's at 80% damage reduction, 475,390 defense. Certainly not the highest, but this is also without like considering any potential support or something. And once again, 80% damage reduction, he'll be fine. So his super effect, let's say his first turn he gets 2 supers, right? He's at 0.6. So now he's at 700. I guess to be fair, right? I should what would he actually be at before attacking here? Because this would just be 1. Ooh. Okay. I mean, obviously, big difference here, right? I mean, we were at 400 some odd thousand. He's actually, before attacking, he's 190k start of turn. Not the highest defense, obviously, there. But once again, 80% damage reduction. I think he should be fine. Especially because, the early phases aren't going to do that much. I think he should be solid. But yeah, let's go back to 2.5 to represent his sort of on a performing super buff here. Then super effect. We're gonna once again let's just do 2 supers per turn right now. So we're gonna say 1.6. So at the end of your first turn, he's when attacking, obviously here to represent this sort of phase 2. He's at 760,625. 80% damage reduction. He's very good. Okay, now let's see start of like the sort of third turn, or once he gets back on rotation, right? This is just 1. So start the turn, he'd be at 304,000. Obviously, once again, 80% damage reduction. He's doing good. Now let's say here you do your super, so he's at 2.5. To represent the 150. 760,625, but we have to add the other 0.6 here. 2.2. There we go. I mean, we're up to 1,045,000 here. And this is just representing 4 sort of supers, right? Technically speaking, we could actually, let's put this back to 1. And we can represent, let's say you get 3 super effects, right? As sort of first turn. That would actually look like 1.9. Okay, so start of the turn, he'd only be 361, but once again, 80% damage reduction, he's fine. Now, of course, when this damage reduction does start wearing off, he could look bad. That is something to consider here. But that being said, I mean, we can, we have this active. Obviously, a substantial difference. And you get the sort of other 3 supers, let's say. So you'd be at 2.8. 1.3 mil defense. Okay. How do I like this guy? I think he's good, right? But I mean, once that damage reduction starts wearing off, it could definitely be problematic. I feel like defense equips might be able to help this guy, or like additional to maximize getting the sort of super effect. I don't know though. Like say you're not running him, like say the damage reduction wears off, right? Yeah, so you're not putting him in slot 1 anymore. He's not getting start of turn buff anymore in that scenario if he's not slot 1. So I mean, you can see it's a substantial difference. 532,437. He's also only going to have 20% damage reduction if he's not in slot 1. That's not enough. This guy's gonna be really good really early on, but if the fight is going along, he's kind of, I don't know. He's gonna need like support or something. I don't know, guys. Uh, I think he can be good, but he can also be bad. It really depends. You'd really only want to, like, even once it starts wearing off, like, say if it is just a big deal for this guy is going to be how this exactly works. So if this is 10% every time he appears, uh, then, and it's also going to depend on this. So if this is fifth turn from the start of battle, uh, obviously that's a little different, here from if he starts in slot 7, which would actually make it his sort of that'd be the 7th turn, I think. Yeah, is when that would start going down. And this also really does matter. Is this actually going to be 10% every time he appears, or is it just going to be 10% per turn? So he's definitely going to be very reliant on how exactly this ability here is going to work. Yeah, I don't know. I'd want to see him potentially with like like if some support, like I mean, what's like Kid Buu support, right? That'd be 70%. So let's say uh here, because he'd have big bad bosses even with Kid Buu, right? So let's just knock this off for now. And obviously start of turn you're only going to have, oh, I need to keep the 1 there. Start of turn, let's say you get 3 super turn, right? So you'd be at 1.9. And we add another 0.7 here. So this would be 3.2. Okay. I mean, with Kid Boo's support, I think he does. I mean, we're looking at like another 100,000 defense here. That's obviously very helpful. Let's see, on the sort of phase 2, let's say we're getting the, super attack effect. 1.1 mil. And this would be 2.8. Okay. Yeah, he can look pretty crazy. I mean, we're 1.7. He can look pretty crazy with Kid B support next to him. Another thing we do have to worry about here is what's he going to look like out of slot 1 here. So he'd still have 1.7. Okay. If he's next to Kid Buu, even after his buff wears off, I think he should be fine. But yeah, next to Kid Buu, I think this guy should actually be good. Even, I don't know. Definitely interesting. Let's see. And before attacking, 462. I mean, yeah, that's not enough. With only 50% damage reduction. Okay, this guy's kind of weird. Once his damage reduction starts running off, you really have to like float him. But I mean, once that happens, he takes such a massive hit. So once again, he's really going to be dependent on how this ability really functions. So we'll have to see in game. I feel like he has a lot of potential to be both really good and sort of just like a lot of potential. Like early fights, short fights, he's gonna be really good. Even like medium length fights. We'll have long fights. I don't know. Um, we'll have to see. He has a lot. Once again, a lot of potential to be really good, but could also be mid. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? Let's look at some of these other characters here. So we got Goku here. Um, here. Goku is here. Okay, so Goku is at 11,027. Right? I did. Yeah, okay. For a second, I was like, wait, 270 or 27? Okay. 11,027. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of these here. Although, I guess we do, once again, we do need to keep the ones. See, because now it's only 0. Okay. So, start a turn. Goku is getting 200% stats. So that'd be represented by 3. So we're at 165k so far. Obviously not the best. He's not getting any defensive raise here. Oh man. So you really, this KO mechanic, he's like designed to be like really fodder like the first turn. And let's just see, for example, what does he look like with just this first bit active? So let's say only the 200%. So he's up to 496k. Okay. And what's with the second one active? Oh yeah, he's shit. Okay. Yep. All right. there, that's all there is to that. He's shit. You're not. No way. You're not running this guy. Oh God. Okay. Well, we're moving on. To Namek. Nail here. There's not really too much to see with this guy. With Frieza, there's a lot of different sort of scenarios to check, but Goku's just shit. He just sucks. Okay, that's unfortunate. Nail has a lot of potential. So Nail, we got Nail here. Starting off 12,898. That's definitely very good. 12,898 on the what 200% does this guy have? Oh, it's not this site that has the. Damn, it's the other site that has that 200% leader thing, huh? Yeah. What 200% does this guy have? Should we even calc him at 200%? Um, I don't. Here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull up the other like Dokkan wiki. I want to see what this guy's if this guy even has a 200% before I calc him with that. So we're back here, and I just realized this actually is the good the site that has the 200% thing. I mean you can it's a whole graphic, like you can see these sort of what leaders have 200%, for the unit. This guy has no 200%. So he's only going to be on a 340. So I mean that's definitely going to be a substantial hit. So that's going to be 4.4 instead. Here we haven't got rid of Goku stuff yet. Yeah, I don't know. Goku doesn't really seem all that good. I mean, we'll see what or not having a 200% in this day and age is definitely off to a bad start, but he has a lot of potential, I think, from his SA effect. But I mean, we'll see. So his first 3 turns, he has 300%. That's really just to start getting him built out, but I mean, we'll still check it, right? So he's going to be 30% damage reduction and 400. Well, actually, he's going to be 500% start of turn stats for the first 3 turns. So this would be 6. And he does have a guaranteed additional that has a high chance of being a super. I'm not even going to really count this because it doesn't even. Let's be honest, you're barely ever seeing this, right? So, uh, sorry. This is going to be I'm sorry, math hard. Yeah. So three, three. Holy. Okay. Uh, so that'd be represented. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 50% stack here. So let's say first 3 turns, right? I mean, this is going to what you're going to be starting out, start a turn. Obviously not the best, but on super attack effect, I mean, you do have 30% damage reduction. On super attack effect, right? You're going to be getting, let's say you get the 3 supers, right? You know, you get your hidden potential as well. That would be represented by 2.5, 851. Okay. And I mean that's just gonna be staying. So let's think here, right? He's gonna have this for the first 3 turns, and then the 150% does wear off. So I mean you're really exchanging, another 1.5 here. So 4. And you're dropping off 1.5 here. So you're at 4.5 million. Okay. I mean this guy even just let's see. I mean what is one how much did he get there? So we went up to 1.15 mil essentially. Is he getting Oh, he's getting like 130,000 per stack? Am I seeing that correctly? Let's say just 2 stacks. Yeah. Oh wow. He's getting like 130,000 defense per stack. He can potentially do 2 to 3. He's doing 2 to 3 a turn. He has 30% damage reduction. Oh my god, Nail actually looks. A Nail is actually insanely runnable. Oh my god. Oh wait a minute. Oh wait. He's supporting all allies on Vegeta's team. On the 200%, you have Orange Piccolo. Now, obviously, this guy isn't, but Orange Piccolo and this guy next to one another. I mean, we're not even looking at any links here. What is he? What does he have from his links? What is he gonna? Where is Power Awakening Piccolo? Why is it only showing the TUR? Huh? He should have like the same 3 links, right? Why is it showing the TUR and not the LR? Here, let me click here. Okay, I imagine it should just be the same sort of. Okay, so he's only getting 7% defense. Obviously not the most. But I mean, we can still add it though. So that'd be 1.07. I mean, even just adding like a number, you can see we just got like an extra 100,000. Oh my god. And he's supporting Piccolo for 50%? Wait. Holy shit. Nail is actually insane. Oh my god. Nail is actually insane. Holy shit. Okay. Well, there you go. Uh, I feel like Nail is just the best of this batch, right? What the fuck? Nail, best character of the sub EZA when there's a super EZA. I think Frieza's still good, but Nail, just oh my god. What the fuck? He's like, he doesn't even have a 200%. Dude, this guy is, he's on like the top 10 EZA TUR list. Not even kidding. What the fuck? Okay, I have Nail Rainbow too, by the way, so your boy's pretty excited about that. All right. Well, this is definitely an interesting batch here. I wouldn't have expected Nail to be like the best, but here we go. Holy shit. Okay. Um, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna call it here. We did some calcs. We looked through the units. They look in. I mean, Goku is nothing. He's shit. But Nail. Nail seems godly, and Frieza seems like he's going to be really good, dependent on how exactly that sort of condition works. Well, I mean, we'll see in game. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about the units down below. I'm gonna try and get a nice little format here. Uh, post these calcs on Twitter. I don't know if anyone has or not yet. I mean, I imagine it has been a little bit here since I've been recording this, but it doesn't really matter about getting it out fast. I do want to start posting on there too. But yeah, um, let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Nail seems godly. Um, Frieza seems pretty good too. Goku kind of shit. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.